na itakuwa ni vibaya sana kuona kwamba wakaji wa Makadara ambao wanatii sheria na wangetaka kulipa stima wanadhulumiwa kiasi hii. Na sisi pia tungetaka wale maofisa wamehusika kwa kuweka hizo stima kutoka Kenya Power Lighting pia wachukuliwe hatua.
All the elected leaders drawn from the North region are meeting today in Eldoret town. Uasin Gishu Governor Jackson Mandago and his Nandi counterpart Stephen Sang are expected to lead the national and local leaders. Our reporter Elvis Kosgei joins us live with what the agenda is. And Elvis Kosgei, good morning. So you're talking about matters BBI in Rift Valley region. What is the agenda of today's meeting?
Thank you very much, Brenda. We are coming to you live from Eldoret town, Uasin Gishu County, where currently we have Soi Member of Parliament Caleb Kositany. Of course, we're expecting Kapseret lawmaker Oscar Sudi, Uasin Gishu Governor Jackson Kiplagat Mandago. All the elected leaders in the North region, including the ward reps in the county. Of great concern is matters BBI. Remember, in the recent past, they have urged the Haji-led team to take charge of the report because they thought that it was hijacked by the political class. Joining me is Caleb Kositany, Member of Parliament Soi constituency. I know you're expecting several lawmakers, ward reps, Uasin Gishu Governor Jackson Mandago. What more should we expect?
Well, we are here and because of the events that have been taking place, we have been monitoring the BBI rallies. What has really shocked us, or rather what has gotten our concern, is the sentiments that were made by leaders in Narok in the presence of Raila Odinga, and he seems to have endorsed the same, whereby they have started profiling tribes, they have started asking people, denying them their rights to vote in wherever they are residents, and our constitution says that any Kenyan is allowed to live wherever they choose to live, and they have their voting rights wherever they are. Those concerns are very serious. The statements and the sentiments that were made by the Senator of Narok and Raila Odinga himself, and it's not the first time that Raila Odinga has made such statements. We remember in the run-up to the 2017 elections in Kajiado, he made similar statements that the Kikuyus should be evicted from Kajiado County and Narok counties. So I think those are matters that are really serious to us. You know that in 2007, Uasin Gishu County, we suffered a lot. We went through a very, very bad point in our political history that we do not want to repeat. We do not want even anything that would suggest that there would be violence in the run-up to elections. So BBI, as we were told by President Uhuru Kenyatta, was about inclusivity. It's about uniting Kenyans. But we have seen the BBI Raila version is about dividing Kenyans. It's about drumming up tribal animosity. And we in Uasin Gishu County, we will not allow that in our county. We are peaceful as we are. We have no issues. We have elected MCAs here from the Kikuyu community. We have elected MCAs from the Luya community. We live in harmony with all tribes in Kenya. And this is their home, like it is also our home. So we are all equal in the eyes of God, and we want to say that we are going to give a very strong statement as leadership of Uasin Gishu. If that is what BBI is bringing to Uasin Gishu, then we don't need that BBI here. Yeah.
Now, we saw Elgeyo Marakwet Governor Alex Tanui Tolgos. He had several meetings, consultative meetings in the region. As a leader from Soi constituency and also as the Deputy Secretary General of the Jubilee Party, what should we expect when it comes to matters BBI?
Well, I think if Tolgos is the pinpoint man for BBI, then that means BBI is representing the minority. And Tolgos has no political influence to engage us as leaders of Uasin Gishu. We feel that if he has any issues to do with BBI, then he will do them in Elgeyo Marakwet County. In Uasin Gishu, we have our Governor Jackson Mandago. We have the elected leadership of Uasin Gishu. We shall run. If we are going to have a BBI meeting in Uasin Gishu, it shall be run by us. And if we have any document, memorandum that we will want to hand over, we will hand it over to Yusuf Haji, who is the gazetted chair of the task force, and not to Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga has no business coming to BBI in Uasin Gishu. We have no business with him.
You had a planned BBI rally in Nakuru. I understand that you had the burial of the retired president, teacher of Moi, where you say that it was all inclusive, where Mwananchi will be given a platform to take charge of the process. Do you think the BBI process has been hijacked by the political class?
Oh yes, it is very obvious. It has been hijacked not by the political class, it has been hijacked by ODM. It has been hijacked by ODM, and we know ODM as a party of violence, a party of hatred. They have even introduced another topic in their BBI rallies called William Ruto, which is not part of the 9-point agenda that the president and Raila Odinga signed on to, and when they launched the BBI. So we are saying that our rally in Nakuru will be coming, because if we are waiting to see what the outcome of the BBI rally in Meru, which we are all attending on the 29th, we expect a more mature, more engaging consultative forum in Meru, because Meru people are people who have sound mind. We will expect them to have a good rally, and going by that, we will also maybe announce other rallies that will come and support, neutralize and sanitize the tribal animosity, the whipping up of emotions that ODM have done. And even if it means having another rally in Narok, we will have another rally in Narok where all communities that live in Narok will attend and give their views.
Thank you very much. Brenda, you also have the Speaker of Uasin Gishu County Assembly, David Kiplagat. What should we expect today?
Today we have just come up as leaders to air our views on what is going on. You remember what happened in Narok, especially the pre-planning meetings and up to the BBI rally itself. What we are trying in the Rift Valley is to build a cohesive community where each community feels that wherever they are settled, they don't have any problem, they are not in fear. But what happened in Narok was actually the converse of that, because there is a profiling of certain communities that they don't belong, they are not indigenous in that area, and their rights are being trampled on, especially the right to vote, the right to go to any leadership position they need, the right to their land, to be able to utilize their land the way they want to utilize. So it is such a motive issue, and listening to Olekina at Citizen, and I was just exercising my mind, is that if it was somebody from our side, I can tell you that DCI will have been waiting for him. But funny enough, you saw what happened after he took that trash. He managed to go scot-free, and up to now, he has not been brought to book so that he can answer to that. But what we are calling our party leader is that what is happening with this BBI? Initially, it was thought that it is supposed to bring all the people together. It is supposed to finish the issues of post-election violence that have been happening. But the trend is that it has been hijacked by ODM. They are perpetrating their campaign using public funds, and the comments that are coming out of those rallies is not conducive for the peaceful coexistence of communities within where they are settled within the Rift Valley.
Lastly, what is the role of the ward reps in drumming support for the BBI report?
At the end of the day, if you look critically at the process of a referendum, county assemblies play a very greater role in terms of making sure whether the referendum will occur or not, if you are going for the popular initiative, which I think that is the line we are pursuing. So at the end of the day, the key lies with the county assemblies to be able to pass that to pass that BBI to go to a referendum or not. So it's very critical that as county assemblies we are engaged at the national level, up to the local level, so that whatever is happening or whatever the government wants to do, it makes sure that the cornerstone of the referendum itself, which is the county assemblies, are involved from the word go, because we don't want a scenario whereby we are brought in the last minute, where when the meat has been prepared, the ugali is ready, and then you are told just with a carrot and stick you have to do this. But I believe the proponents of the BBI need to get their house in order, need to make sure that we bring that cohesion, need to make sure that all the stakeholders are involved from the word go.
Thank you very much. That was Uasin Gishu Speaker David Kiplagat. Of course, you also had Soy Member of Parliament Caleb Kositany. You're also expecting Uasin Gishu Governor Jackson Mandago, Kapseret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi, Kesese MP Swarup Mishra, among other leaders in the region. Back to in studio, Brenda.
And that was Kosgei. I mean, listening to Honorable Kositanya saying that even if it means, trying to outdo what happened, trying to rectify what happened in Narok, that is what they would do. So how are they planning to hold BBI rallies in Rift Valley region now that we're seeing a division, saying that the appointment for President Uhuru Kenyatta in the Rift Valley region, to head the BBI campaign rallies?
Now, it has already kicked off a political storm in the region. Remember, President Uhuru Kenyatta had maybe appointed Elgeyo Marakwet Alex Tanui Tolgos to take charge of the BBI meetings in the region. But now, according to elected leaders here, including Uasin Gishu woman representative Gladys Bosholei, the Jubilee Deputy Secretary General Caleb Kositany, they had indicated that they will take charge of the BBI meetings in the region. Now, this shows there is a divide among leaders. Remember, the Tolgos-led team, including Moiben, member of Parliament Silas Tiren, among others leaders in the region, including Charangani MP Joshua Kutuny, had also indicated to have a similar rally. So it's a small matter of the remaining time that will determine the fate, even as we expect